During the Six-Day War, Israel achieved a victory that shocked the world. In just 6 days, Israel captured the Sinai Peninsula from Egypt, the Golan Heights from Syria, the Gaza Strip from Egypt, the West Bank, including East Jerusalem, from Jordan. These territories covered a total area of about 81,600 square kilometers, roughly 4 times the size of Israel's original territory. Within these newly occupied areas lived over 1 million Palestinian Arabs. West Bank, 600,000. Gaza Strip, 360,000. East Jerusalem, 66,000. Sinai Peninsula, 40,000. Golan Heights, 6,000, mostly Druze. In addition, during the war, around 250,000 to 300,000 Palestinians fled to neighboring Arab countries, becoming new refugees, often referred to as the Naksa. Israel gained such a vast amount of land in just a few days, transforming a once vulnerable small country into a regional power with significant strategic advantages. However, at the time, Israel had no clear policy on how to deal with these newly occupied territories. For a long period after the war, the entire nation debated intensely over the question, what should be done with these lands? 3 main views within Israel. 1. The majority, territories for peace. Most Israelis believe that the newly captured territories did not belong to Israel permanently, but would serve as bargaining chips in future peace negotiations. They argued that Israel should withdraw from these areas in exchange for peace treaties, as ruling over such a large Arab population would be a demographic and economic burden. 2. Nationalists and religious groups. Not 1 inch. Movements such as Menachem Begin's Harat Party, the forerunner of Likud, argued that the West Bank, Judea and Samaria, and Gaza were core areas of the ancient Jewish homeland. They believed Jews had historical and religious rights to these lands, and that the Promised Land should not be abandoned. This sentiment grew stronger after the capture of the Old City of Jerusalem. 3. The security view, strategic depth. The Allon Plan. Deputy Prime Minister Yigal Allon proposed the famous Allon Plan Shutterstock. He argued that Israel should return densely populated Arab areas to Jordan, but retain areas of major military importance, such as the Jordan Valley, as security buffers. This perspective heavily influenced Israeli settlement policy for years. The unification of Jerusalem. 3 weeks after the war, June 27, 1967, the Israeli Knesset passed 3 laws. East and West Jerusalem were unified under Israeli sovereignty. The municipal boundaries were greatly expanded. Israel pledged to protect the holy sites of all religions. City authorities began restoring the Old City, notably clearing the Maghribi Quarter to create a large plaza in front of the Western Wall. The Arab world and the international community strongly opposed this annexation. On July 4th, the UN General Assembly voted 99-0 to declare the move invalid. Western countries, including the United States, refused to recognize Jerusalem as Israel's capital, keeping their embassies in Tel Aviv. Administration of the West Bank and Gaza. Unlike Jerusalem, Israel did not formally annex the West Bank and Gaza. Instead, it imposed military administration. All territories were managed by the Ministry of Defense. The army governed through military orders. Jordanian law in the West Bank and Egyptian military law in Gaza remained partially in effect. However, Defense Minister Moshe Dayan implemented the open bridges policy, allowing the movement of people and goods between the West Bank and Jordan. The rise of settlement policy, 1968 to 1973. Gradually, Israel recognized that the occupation required long-term planning. Under the influence of the Allon Plan and religious nationalism, Israel began constructing Jewish settlements, first in the Golan Heights and the Jordan Valley, strategic settlements. Later in the West Bank heartland, ideological settlements like Gush Etzion and Hebron. By 1973, these settlers, often highly motivated ideologues, acted as anchors for Israeli control. UN Security Council Resolution 242, 1967. In November 1967, the UN passed the landmark Resolution 242. Its main points became the formula for all future peace talks: land for peace, inadmissibility of the acquisition of territory by war, withdrawal of Israeli armed forces from territories occupied in the recent conflict, termination of all claims of belligerency and respect for sovereignty, Arab recognition of Israel, a just settlement of the refugee problem. Israel's security view: why not withdraw immediately? Before 1967, Israel was extremely narrow, only 15 kilometers wide at its narrowest point, and could be easily cut in half. Its core industrial areas were within artillery range of Arab armies. As Moshe Dayan once said, the entire state of Israel is one long front line. After the war, Israel gained the eastern high ground, Golan Heights, protecting the Galilee, strategic depth in the West Bank, Gaza, and the vast Sinai as southern buffers. This created the concept of secure borders. Israel determined it would not withdraw until its security was guaranteed by binding peace treaties.